Hello, I'm Carol Clark of Signature Premier Sotheby's International Realty. Today I have the pleasure of introducing you to one of Sarasota's finest bayfront estates. Please enjoy touring this fabulous property with its owner, Todd Petzold.
I'll never forget the first time that we pulled up to the property, and I had looked at several waterfront homes and they were in the several $1,000,000 range. They just didn't seem like they were worth several $1,000,000. Being on small lots and your neighbors, maybe 10, 15 feet away. And I'll never forget pulling up to this property and looking through the gates, and I was like, whoa, that is a serious estate. The first impression was there. We came in and it had a compound feel, which is something that really sold me. And my first impression was that actually looks like it's worth several $1,000,000. The waterfront was very important to me. I'd looked at several pieces that when you looked out on the water, it looked deep, but when I tried to get my boat in, I had to try to navigate through some little channel at a certain tide, and et cetera, et cetera. And this particular property, you can come in basically anywhere from here all the way up to the north here, and it's all sand bottom, so your boat doesn't get beat up by barnacles and oyster beds. Sea-doos are not destroyed. And even if you want to get off your watercraft, you can get off because it's just a sand bottom out here. So that was something that was really important to us. The garage space was huge. With the thoughts of having a motor home and maybe a car collection, it's really neat to be able to have the vehicles and everything on the property. I see a lot of guys, they'll buy a big motor home and they end up having to store it somewhere, and they have to bring it down when they get ready to go on a trip, and making all these drop-offs with their wife, etc. And with this property, you can bring that $1,000,000 Provo or whatever you end up buying right into the property. You've got it in the garage if you want to do some detailing on it or changing out your clothing, whatever. Same thing with the boat lifts. You've got the lifts right here. You can go out all day on a Saturday, and you're whipped when you come back. So you can just get in the pool, hang out, you can clean the boat up the next day because you just put it on the lift. Other things we love about the property is the versatility, having the guest house. If you have a family member that ends up getting up in age, they could stay there, older kids, or it could actually be even like a detached office, if you're still working out of the house. And the other thing is we've got a daughter, and we wanted to have a place that the kids would want to come here and hang out instead of going somewhere else. And they've had so much fun here. Most of the kids wanted to come over to our place and enjoy the pool and take the Sea-Doos out and go on the boat. And we've even set up, we've got a couple basketball hoops. We set up like a miniature full court basketball, family games in the garage, and we can shut the doors and it's just a blast. Putting on the golf course, having people over after dinner or on the holiday weekends, having family over. It's just a fun place to live. You can go out, and whether you're in the front yard, in the big garage, the guest house out back, it's almost like a little mini resort. It's just a really fun piece of property to enjoy. I've had, several times, like anybody, you come home from work and you've had a really tough day, maybe some things didn't go your way, but something about getting on the water, even for 15, 20 minutes. I like to surf and to stay in shape. I like to paddle a surfboard over to Casey Key. Just getting out on that water for 10, 15, 20 minutes, all of a sudden it's like, okay, everything's good, everything's okay. My favorite, I don't know if you call it a room, I guess an exterior room, is the third-story deck. Love going up there, try to take, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes at sunset, go up, count my blessings, look outside, and enjoy a sunset up there. It's a fun place to finish up the day with my wife and my daughter. This home is, sincerely, I'd say it's one of a kind. It's a very, very hard property to duplicate. I've just not seen a piece of property laid out like this. I know there's got to be another one around, but to have, you know, close to 2 acres on the water that's walled, gated, it's just really, really a special property. And I've had a lot of people that have lived in Sarasota much longer than I have. We were here 17 years, but they would come down, they'd say, wow, this is a very, very special property. It's something very, very unique.